Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the most expensive jacket I've ever bought. Well worth it in my opinion, and this one's going to be more of like a discussion video because I want to know the most you guys have ever spent on a jacket or the most you ever would spend on a jacket. Like I said a couple videos ago, I sold 30 pairs of sneakers and that got me a good amount of money. I found someone that was the same exact size as me and they bought them all. So it was real easy, especially since I have a lot of sneakers I've worn. I think every pair I sold in that 30 had been worn. I got a decent amount of money from that, and then I bought some Palace, I bought some Supreme, and then I bought the jacket that I'm going to show you in a minute. I still was able to save a little bit of money, take my girl out to dinner, so it was nice to move those sneakers, but like I said, it didn't even put a dent in my collection, so it was okay that I moved those. Definitely leave a comment down below and let me know the most expensive jacket that you've ever bought or the most expensive jacket that you would buy. So a lot of you may disagree with this purchase and you may think that it's stupid or way overpriced. That's fine. For me, in my opinion, this is one of the nicest jackets I've ever seen, and it was without question something that I was gonna buy. I was planning on saving up for it anyway, but then I moved those sneakers and it made it a little bit easier. But let me show you this jacket. You can let me know what you think about it. So here we go with the John Elliott Mock Flight jacket. Now, I first saw this during a runway show that John Elliott did. It caught my attention, and then when they started to post pictures of it, I was like, man, I absolutely need that thing. The retail price was $568. Definitely expensive and extremely expensive for a bomber jacket. So a lot of people that would pay over $500 for a jacket would likely be looking to get something that was cashmere or a luxurious material. This is a bomber jacket, so it is nylon. It's Italian taffeta nylon, which is made from a silk, so this is super soft. If you go to Nordstrom's or check out Nordstrom's online, I would say like the average price for a bomber jacket is around $200. They carry high-end designers there and they carry low-end stuff like Topman. So I would say the average price is around $200. So this being $5 something is well over that. But what got me for this was the design. So as you can see, you've got two pockets on each arm done in maroon, and then the front pockets are done in a lighter olive, a light tan, a navy, and then a forest green. I've never seen anything like this. This jacket is super unique, not to mention it has a mock collar. So the collar is a little bit higher than a traditional bomber jacket is, but it's nothing crazy. It's not like a turtleneck or anything. You've got a Riri zipper going down the middle of the jacket, which is pretty much one of the best zippers that you can buy. If you ever see a Riri zipper on an item, chances are it's a nice quality jacket or shirt or sweatshirt, whatever it is, and John Elliott always uses Riri zippers, so that is a plus. Not to mention that John Elliott is my favorite brand. He's my favorite designer. I love everything he puts out, but it's expensive. I can't afford too much of it. But when I saw this joint, man, I knew it was going down, and it wasn't like a pair of sneakers that I was spending $100 on or something. This is extremely pricey. I was able to get a little discount. Jacob Keller over at Macus, which is where I bought this, gave me a discount code, so I was able to get like 10% off, I believe it was. So there's a couple reasons why I wanted to do this video. One is I'm curious to know how much you guys would spend on a jacket this fall or winter. Is what they have at H&M and Uniqlo fine for you? Would you never spend more than that? Or do you spend that extra dollar to get something nice, high-end every season or every other season, or something that's gonna last? You know, there's a saying that's quality over quantity, and I see both sides of the fence there. Let me put this down real quick. There's a lot of people out there that would rather have 6 or 7 H&M jackets as opposed to 1 or 2 jackets from Nordstrom's or Barney's. I'm definitely right in the middle there. There's a lot of options. I'm not opposed to buying lower end jackets, but typically I like to check it out in person if I can. And if it seems like it's gonna be an impulse buy, I try not to, because I can put that money towards something nicer that I know will last and hold its value. That's the thing about a lot of H&M, Uniqlo, Topman stuff, that you can't really sell it afterwards. You kind of either have to donate it or maybe sell it for a few bucks. A lot of that stuff doesn't really hold its value. But this John Elliott jacket, like, that's not going anywhere. If next winter I decide I don't like it for whatever reason, I can get rid of that for probably like $300 or $400, if not more, because a lot of that stuff is sought after. Same thing with this Aimé Leondor jacket. I've worn this now like 10 times, but if I get sick of this, I can sell it because I've kept it pretty clean and still get a decent amount of money back. So that's one thing that you guys should keep in mind. Now, the next reason I wanted to do this video is because, you know, this reminds me of something that I'm gonna show you, and I was never planning on showing this at all, but I don't know, it just reminds me of this jacket. So this is the first jacket that I ever designed. It didn't release. It was gonna be the first drop from the Wind collection, and on the back of the jacket is patchwork. Now, it doesn't look anything like that John Elliott jacket, but I did have this idea, and it is something that I wanted to do. It just did not turn out right. You know, being a designer is hard. Bringing clothes to life and then selling them is hard. It's very difficult. In my mind and on paper, this thing looked amazing, but when I got it in, it just didn't meet my standards for a lot of reasons. I didn't like the placement of the W and the sizing, and I did not want to mess with it to get it right. However, the quality of the jacket is nice. I like the zipper and the quilted orange lining. And then on the back, let's get to this patchwork. The craftsmanship is so terrible. And the problem is, you know, this jacket cost me like almost $300 to make because it's a sample. You know, you have to go through this whole process of making a pattern and a sample before you have any clothing manufactured. So that's how much it costs to even get to the sample stage. And you know, when I got this far and I realized that I did not like it, it was hard. It was definitely difficult because I spent all that money, but I did not want to keep going and trying to perfect this design because it just didn't work out. You know, if I had another sample made, that's another few $100s I would have had to spend, and then what if I didn't like that? Then I'm 600 in the hole. So, you know, it's a hard process, and everyone that DMs me asking me how they can start their clothing line, what goes into it, you know, keep this in mind because things like this happen and your designs don't come to life. Not everything is smooth, not everything works out. What were my options here? I would have had to find a different manufacturer that did better patchwork than this place. So you know, I had to put this one on the shelf, and then I eventually released a different bomber jacket that turned out a lot better than this. But you know, I've always got this sample because it's just a reminder that you can't really go ham. You know, my first design as a patchwork bomber jacket, that's a little aggressive. Like, I really should have scaled back and started with something simpler. So this John Elliott jacket just reminded me of the sample I did, but I am extremely happy with this joint. Definitely leave a comment and let me know the most you've ever spent on a jacket or the most you would ever spend on a jacket. Also leave a comment on the quality versus quantity thing. Let me know where you stand on that. I'm directly in the middle. I can see both sides of the fence. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely hit the thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. All Eddie Wing Kicks. New Wing collection dropping soon. It's not a bomber jacket, but it's something nice, and I think you guys will really like it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.